Good morning. Look at that sunrise. And if you look really carefully, you can see downtown Chicago off on the distance. Just peeking up there over those buildings. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here, driving up to the north side of Chicago, to the suburbs just above the city, the stomping grounds of, for my generation, probably one of the greatest directors ever. If you are an 80s kid or a fan of movies from that generation, then you will know the name John Hughes. Today's vlog is going to be dedicated to him. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. Is that a 999 or a 666? I'm just going to keep on walking. I'm just going to keep on walking. Of course, the leaves are changing. It almost looks like something you would see in a movie that he directed or wrote. And right here on the left is the home he lived in, and it's where he lived up until he passed away at the young age of 59. Of course, someone else lives here now. But this is the stomping grounds of the one and only John Hughes. It's located on the corner of Westminster and Woodbine. This is a town called Lake Forest. It's pretty beautiful. And just down the road from his house is where he's buried. Right through here. If you ever decide to come out here to pay your respects and you are looking for the location of the grave, just keep an eye out for this deer. And just to the right is his final resting place. In the plot just to the left is where John's wife will be laid to rest. This is Kenny, or Ken, or is it Kenneth? I call you Ken. What do you prefer to be called?
Whatever, Ken, hi.
Ken. Sure. Ken, hi? Ken, last name, hi. And right at the edge of the community is Lake Michigan. And the sheer vastness and size of this is insane. It looks like it should be in the ocean category, because for miles and miles and miles, all you see is water. It's very calm today, but sometimes you actually get like a little waves and a little surf out on this when the wind is blowing. Pretty beautiful. You could almost say it borders on majestic. So what happens when it gets really windy? Like what happens to the water?
It actually goes completely gray. Okay.
Kind of like I'm turning gray here, like my hair's turning gray, or does it get gloomy? So it's like one of those lizards that constantly is changing colors.
If you say so, yeah.
What do they call those lizards?
Chameleon?
A chameleon.
Okay.
Kind of like chameleon.
Exactly like that. We're
now heading about 10 or 15 miles south to a little area called Des Plaines. I wonder if Tattoo's ever been there. You remember that guy?
God, yes.
Des Plaines. Des Plaines.
That's right.
Illinois. That's right. Come on here. Come on, it's the Plains. We have arrived at the fictional Shermer High School in Shermer, Illinois, from The Breakfast Club. A lot of famous scenes right in this area where the kids got dropped off. This is where Emilio Estevez kissed the girl. They walked up these stairs.
Like Ali Sheedy or something.
Yeah, it was Ali Sheedy he kissed. Walked right up those stairs. Is that
Ali?
Ali Sheedy? I visited here about 4 years ago, and I did an unedited vlog in front. It's a police station now. They don't really like you hanging around out front. In fact, it even says no loitering right there on that bus stop. There is one thing I want to check out here, and it's around the back side of the building. At the very end of the movie, the famous fist pump scene where Bender is walking across the football field, it was on property here. It has been a subject of a very heated debate on the internet for a very long time.
Most people assume it's at a school a few miles from here because there is a similar field and similar bleachers. But if you look at old aerial maps from the late 80s, there used to be a football field here.
This used to be called Maine North High School. They built it. By the time it was finished, they didn't need it anymore.
And now it's a police station.
Now they need a police station.
Check this thing out. Mobile police station.
Adam the Woo? Adam the Woo's Wild Kingdom. Look at all these.
And I have parked here right next to this empty, barren stretch of land.
Basically, since the early 90s, nothing has existed on the property
Just outside the now police station.
But when the movie was made, this is where the track was and the football field, and you can see the edge of that building in the shot where he's walking towards the camera right past the goalpost.
Now this takes a lot of imagination and a lot of Columbo-like research skills. But picture, if you will, the football field right at this angle here. Because if you look at the screenshot when he's walking across the field, you can see this building here, and you can also see behind him in the far left corner is this building, and how this building is shorter than this building. And you can also notice these doors right here. So basically where my finger is, across this way, was where the bleachers were. This is the exact angle. The goalpost would have been right in here, and he would have meandered directly towards where we're standing right now. And it has been 3 decades, but wouldn't it be amazing if somewhere in this area was the remnants of the pole, maybe like a concrete hole or something? That would be incredible, because this right here where I'm walking is the spot.
The mystery of the location has been solved. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
We're now in a little town by the name of Highland Park. A couple spots I want to check out here. There's not many of the locations left from the movie Weird Science, but the ones that do remain are on this road. If you're familiar with the film, at the end of it, Anthony Michael Hall brings Deb home and kisses her in the driveway in the sports car. Pretty much looks the same as it did in the movie. And this is Gary's house. In the movie, I believe it was painted white, and they have put like gray shingles on it. Now Wyatt's house, where the party was, looks completely different. They bulldozed the house, built a new one. Sadly, we can't see that one. And if memory serves me correct, I think right here against this wall, a police car was waiting during the chase scene. Would have been waiting right there. Yeah, that's definitely it. It's time to get a little food from the Mean Wiener. For real, look at that. Look at that guy. He definitely fits the description of the Mean Wiener. Man, you do not want to mess with him. And here is the finished product. It's on French bread. And that looks like, would you call that a legit Mean Wiener? It's got a little bit of everything on there. It's got little pickles. It's got those little like green bean things. Oh man, gotta love a Chicago dog. One of my favorite movies of his was 16 Candles, and the ending scene was shot right here at this church where Molly Ringwald walks out of those doors and sees Jake Ryan, who is parked over there. I'm now in Evanston, Illinois. Some nice houses in this neighborhood, that's for sure. But the one I really want to check out
is this one, which was in 16 Candles. Looks pretty much the same. And that's where Long Duck Dong was passed out in the yard. Looks like the big tree has been removed and they planted a smaller tree, which has now grown considerably. You could pretty much take any of these homes and throw them directly into any 80s movie. This neighborhood is amazing. Look at that one. It's incredible. There is an insane amount of birds flocking over there. Hitchcock would be proud.
Vlog over.